Okay, with those obstacles cleared,
solucionado los obstáculos.
This morning you first heard science,
Ustedes escucharon
then
hablar de ciencia,
applications.
luego de las aplicaciones.
You can make food, you can make
Pueden
houses,
hacer
really cool
comida,
stuff.
casas, cosas muy
The next
buenas.
question is if
Lo
you can
siguiente es
print food
si
and print
pueden
houses.
imprimir
It has very
comida
interesting
y
implications for
casas, y eso
businesses of
tiene
who buys and sells.
implicancias muy
And I had
importantes
paused
para
a
ver
question
quién
this
compra,
morning
quién
until this session.
Y yo hice
This
una pregunta
session is
mañana.
now all about
Esta
if you
sesión
can
se
ship
trata
data
de
and make
cómo se puede
things.
mandar
What does that mean for the
data
future of business? So we've
y
got a
cómo se
group
puede
of
hacer
great people
cosas.
to talk
Entonces
about
tenemos gente
that.
que nos va a
First
hablar sobre este
is
importante
going to
tema.
be
Primero que nada
Derek,
va a ser
Derek about Pinocchio.
Va a ser
So
Derek.
go ahead, Derek.
Okay, no worries. So, hi there everybody, my name's Derek Kelly. I'm one of the founders of Pinocchio. And you're just putting the slides, show up, are you, Neil?
Estás poniendo la diapositiva, Neil.
And I'm going to talk to you about what we call the future of product. Our company was founded back in 2007. And by myself and a chap by the name of David Penhave, we so we kicked off at the end of 2007. And when we first started, the question was, so Neil, if you want to jump to the screen.
Neil, si quieres saltarte la primera transparencia.
No worries. Okay, cool stuff. So the chap in that photograph you can see on the magazine is David Tenhave. That's my business partner. The two of us started, as I say, back in. We actually sat down in 2006 back up with ideas. And Dave's background is in technology. He's an engineer. My background is in marketing and business. We came together with the idea of changing the world around the future of product. And we sat down and asked a couple of questions. Next slide, please. That's okay. Yeah, cool. So these are the questions that we asked. What happens when the cost of oil skyrockets? What happens when the cost of carbon is actually priced into goods? And what happens when consumers expect individualization? Well, the answer to those three questions is very expensive product. So what we did is we set about building a solution to solve those problems for the future of products. Next slide, please. The other way. Cool. And so the solution that came out of those questions was this idea of distributed manufacturing. Everyone in the room obviously knows what that's about. So we set about building the system, and the idea was to be able to deliver a product at the last moment possible, as close to the point of consumption as you could. In other words, desktop manufacturing or in-home manufacturing. And today we've started by connecting a number of fab labs around the world, if you like. Not the fact that as in your brand, but in general. Next slide, please. And so the way that we saw Pinocchio back in 2007 was this continuation of digitising information, and we set about creating a place where you could create and distribute what we call digital product kits, and I'll go into the definition of that a little bit later. Next slide. Thanks, Sherry. So that was kind of the genesis. There was a whole lot of work that went into formulating who we were and how it was all going to work.
Formulamos quiénes éramos y hacia dónde íbamos.
And over the last 4 years, we've grown the organization. We've got offices in San Francisco and Wellington,
en San Francisco y Wellington.
We've got 14 fabbers around the world, in the United States and Europe and New Zealand, obviously. There's 50,000 physical factory accounts have been set up at our site.
Fábricas personales
over 100,000 goods have been
y
custom
100,000
made.
artículos hechos a medida.
So the thing that we said about building
Lo que
is
dijimos
things,
acerca de fabricar
is this thing that we called
es lo que
personal
le
factory.
llamamos nosotros
And the idea with personal factory is to turn ideas into custom goods.
puede cambiar las ideas en bienes.
That shows is a layout of how personal factory works.
No lo escucho bien. No.
Yeah. Cool. And so what you're seeing here is result of 4 years of work so far. But we've been a long way. We've done a whole lot of stuff. We've executed a whole lot of things. And this is where we're up to. So if I just take it from the left side, you can see the custom goods. Your ideas go in on the left-hand side. They come via something that we call an app gateway. And we set that up about 2 or 3 months ago. The idea there is to capture a whole lot of apps, connected it to make equipment personal factory making platform. And the purpose of those apps, of course, is to put design files. They then go in that middle section.
El sonido está mal, perdón.
Those digital product bits can then they get priced, and they've got all the information you need to then send it to the right-hand side of that diagram and out to a making device. That making device then is able to make those. Next slide, thanks. Yeah, got it. And so an example of an app that is connected and in the process of being more deeply connected through Personal Factory is Autodesk's 1.3D.
Está vibrando el sonido.
And so what that does, of course, is that it's used to create product designs and export them into the Personal Factory making platform. So that slide you're on now, that's the crux of making the ideas. You generate ideas, you put the raw digital designs from a design app like 123D. Our system ensures files because it's different, raw designs and makeable designs. And then we create digital products out of them. So we enable the addition of materials and method being assembly instructions that we provide. Through this, next slide, please. Once that product kit is created, that means that was made, it can send out to a making device. So, for example, we have 3D systems connected to Personal Factory, and what they do is the receipt and the job. So if I brought that down, next slide takes into some little detail about FabLabs and the idea that FabLab connected to Personal Factory to receive prepaid making jobs. Slide, thanks. Cool. You can see that there's a pile of things that this system does. It's essentially a job management system, but what it enables any manufacturer to do is receive, as I said, and the core features there list of benefits. So what happens if people apply their designs is also just picking inside of the system. What that means is you don't have to receive emails with applicant designs and spend a lot of time consulting over designs. We have a very computing way of looking at these things, and so far it is hold true to the maximum crack up. So we certainly put things back on the designer or the creator to design. If we get the design wrong, our system there's on-screen messages of how to obviously, what it also does is it puts online pricing. That means it's no manual quoting needed, which is a massive time suck. And then, of course, they prepay online, so everything's prepaid before you're doing the work. And that means there's no debtors at Joe, there's no check people.
There are network issues somewhere between here and you, so the audio is very hard to understand.
Es muy difícil de entender porque el audio no está claro, dadas las limitaciones en la conexión.
Now I've lost you.
Ahora los he perdido.
Can you hear me? Sherry, if you wave, that means you can hear me.
Si mueves la mano, quiere decir que me puedes escuchar.
So I can't hear anybody there. So I heard you say speak more slowly.
Sí, habla más lento, eso es lo que le dijeron.
So, thanks, Sherry. There's a materials catalogue attached to the system, and what that means is you're able to manage all your materials into the sales zone on the website, and it means that you're not getting any waste in terms of people bringing in odd things or you having to order things that people don't want, and so that's all we've got a process of being able to make sure of no waste. Next slide, thanks, Sherry.
El siguiente diapositivo, por favor.
So the other parts of the system, as I said, I kind of call it the job management system. So there's a screen that you manage all your jobs from, and a process that when you go through the process of making something, you just click where you're up to in that process, and then you can take a job through from start to finish, and it's tracked online. And then in terms of that CRM system, every time you click a button, the customers are notified of where the job's up to. So what that means is you have less people emailing you, calling you, asking where things are up to, because you're proactively communicating with them. And there's a global shipping system attached to the software as well. So that's the personal factory software from a manufacturer's point of view. It's the system we've been using from day dot. Today we use that to manage laser cutting, 3D printing and CNC routing on a shopbot. And as I say, there are 14 fabricators around the world that are connected using that system. So next screen, please. So an example of someone that is using the system is a company called Formula. So they're currently in Berlin, Germany. They provide a manufacturing service. That's their homepage of the system. If you go to the next screen, thanks. It's in both English and German, and what people can do on that site is get all the information they need about the materials and how the process works, and then they can log in and make something. So if you go to the next screen, thanks. And so on the inside of the system, on the inside of the system, once someone has logged in, that's what they see, and that this is the inside of a personal factory account, and it's the page where you click that blue button, and at that stage you're prompted to upload your design file. The system currently, as I say before, deals with both 2D and 3D. And gives instant pricing for those Then once you go through the system, it's literally you upload the design, you select materials, you get an instant price, and then enter your credit card details and shipping details, and push go. And at that moment, the job is prepaid and confirmed, and then falls into that job management system for the fabricator to handle. And then the fabricator jumps into action after that with a job on the job queue. So that's my 15 minutes, I think. So I can't hear you, Neil.
No te puedo escuchar.
I can see you.
Te puedo ver, pero no te puedo escuchar. Entonces. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta para Derek? ¿Puedes hablar un poco?
Why don't you ask him whether he wants Fab 8 in New Zealand? So, Derek, the question is, should Fab 8 be in New Zealand?
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe for time, why don't we pause there, but I'll link this online and you can reach Derek.
Voy a aportar la dirección online, entonces, para contactarse contigo, Derek. Muchas gracias.
We're going to go over to the Polycom. And Mark, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So I'm delighted to have Mark, who's now going to talk. Well, you can introduce yourself and talk about making and sharing making. So go ahead, Mark.
Absolutely. Thank you, Neil.
Gracias, Neil.
So my name is Mark DeVink. I'm the Director of Product Development for the Maker Shed and Make Magazine. And I'm going to touch base a little bit on our background as far as manufacturing and what I do and what Maker Shed does, the background of Make. And then hopefully that will lead us down a bit of a winding trail to digital fabrication and what I think is going to be the future of a lot of our projects and kits that we're developing. So Maker Shed originally spawned from Make Magazine and Maker Fair. I think it was the original Maker Fair where we had just a little card table set up to sell a few different products. And the purpose of the Maker Shed was we had a lot of readers who were interested in being able to purchase these kits. And, many years ago, each kit was popular and kit making was popular, but about 5-6 years ago, it wasn't so popular. So Maker Shed started carrying kits from, the typical makers in the DIY scene, like the Mitch Altmans and the Adafruits and the Eagle Mad Scientists. And as that grew, we started to find new makers and help them get their product to market. A nice little side story is, I think it was in 2007, I met Dale Wheat, who was a maker in Austin. He was at Maker Fair and he was exhibiting one of his robots, and he had this little electronic Cylon running. Neil, I'm not sure, am I on the, do you have video of that? And, his idea was,
Carry on.
Okay. His thought was, why would anybody want to buy this little kit? Why would they want to buy these electronics? And one of the great things about my job is I'm there to explain to makers that people do want to buy these little kits. People do want to make things. The maker movement is growing. People are really interested in learning electronics and working with their hands again. So if we flash forward a little bit, about a year or two later, we started designing our own kits and getting into our own manufacturing. And we basically have 3 different kinds of kits that we manufacture right now. The first one would be obviously like our original kit. The first kit that I ever designed was one of these little Learn to Solder pins. And we do these at the Learn to Solder and Maker Fair. And last year we taught 10,000 people how to solder these together, which is just an amazing number. I think it's far beyond what any of us anticipated, and it really showed that the maker movement is alive. The people are actually there. It's not just people on the internet. You know, they come together and they want to learn a new skill. Another product that I've done was things like, Maker Shield, which is an Arduino shield that we developed because, again, we tapped into our community and they wanted something that had more features than some of the current kits that were out there. And so we developed that. A big push for our own kits, or where Make comes in O'Reilly's, is when we talk about things like publishing. Everyone knows O'Reilly's is a huge technical publishing company, and they create these great books like Make Electronics and Getting Started with Arduino. And what we've been able to do now is create kits based on these publications. So we're tapping into that educational market, and we're finding that people are really happy to be able to get one kit in one location, have incredible content and editorial along with all the parts needed to expand their skill set. The next category of kits that we're kind of working on, and this starts to go a little bit towards digital fabrication, are kits that support, Make Magazine. An example would be something like our Pendulum kit, which is a fun little game that, and I hope I say this right, Ken Delacuse developed, and we actually manufactured for him. And we've been trying to launch a few different kits with the magazine, and that's been working out really well. We're excited with the direction that's moving. And then the third kind of kit I'd like to talk about we're finding more and more with the increased interest in making in the DIY community, that there's a lot of makers out there that have these great ideas for kits, and they don't want to manufacture them. They have no interest in manufacturing. So what we're able to do is take their great idea and develop it for them. And what we've been exploring now is the difference between a kit that somebody would like us just to manufacture for them, or a kit that's open source or closed source, and how do all those work, and how that's going to work in the community. That relates to even digital manufacturing. If I put a design out there, is there credit to the author? Is there a royalty payment? What we've been exploring is kind of like the book model, and we're hoping to do a royalty payment, or we already do a royalty payment to these makers, and we handle all the manufacturing. One example that leads me a little bit into supporting the magazine and a little bit with digital manufacturing is, hopefully you can all see this, is we did a little robot in the latest issue of Make called Spazzy, and he was inspired by another robot that was developed to help kids in communication. And what's interesting is we're starting to see projects in Make Magazine and kits that we're developing that have components that are from 3D printers or have laser-cut wood or laser-cut acrylic. And, we saw that maybe a year or two ago, but it wasn't as easy for people to go to places to get their laser-cut wood or plastics. And now with the emergence of Pinocchio and people have maker bots in their homes, or the hacker spaces that are popping up all over the country, it's becoming much more obvious to us that projects that have 3D printed parts are important to us, and we're seeing a lot more come through. So it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for us to see these projects. I think we have Alicia and Aya coming up and can talk about that open source. But that's really the challenge that we're facing now is with all these digital fabrications, how do we supply these kits to our readers and our customers? Do we manufacture the 3D parts for them? Or do people have access to these 3D printers? And do people have access to laser cutters? You can get a laser cutter now for under $2,000. So it's a really exciting time for the future of digital fabrication and kits. And we're just figuring it out now, I think, along with everybody else.
Okay. So to transition to questions, thank you, Mark. Let me start with the question of if people want to sell stuff through you, how do they do it? How do they get started?
Well, you can go to the Makershed website and contact us. You can certainly email me. I think our information is all readily available. As far as selling in the Makershed, there's so many different models. It's whether you have a kit ready or you just have a kit idea and would like us to manufacture it for you. Basically, we need, we're always looking for great kits and great ideas, and we would love to work with anyone to help them develop it. And what's unique to Makershed and Make is that not only can we manufacture the kit, but we have all the media behind it. We can do a book based on it, or an article in Make, and we can put it up on our website that gets millions of views a month. And we're always looking for great kits. And please contact me, email me.
Mándeme un email y pónganse en contacto conmigo. For Mark about Maker Faire, Make Magazine, Makershed.
¿Tienen alguna pregunta para Mark?
And I'll repeat the question for you, Mark.
Okay.
I'd like to know more about the revenue share model between Maker and
the question is about revenue sharing. Can you trace through examples of what money goes to who through the life cycle of inventor, platform, producer, seller?
Okay, sure. So I guess basically there's two models, and the most simplistic way to explain it would be typically if a maker is producing a kit, let's just say it costs them $10, that person really should wholesale it to us for about $20, and then we would typically retail it for about $30 to $40. A common beginner mistake with kit makers would be that, and this happens every day, believe it or not, someone will say, well, this cost me $10 to make. I'll sell it to you for $11. Or I'll sell it to you for $10. And we're not interested in that, mainly because I want the maker to make money so that you can continue to make more cool kits. And that's very important to us. The other side of that would be, say you just have an idea for a kit. What we would typically do is be able to offer you a royalty. And we would do a royalty based on sales, based on the retail sales. The royalty is loosely based on the book model, but can be anywhere from 10% and up, depending on how complicated it is, how much it would cost. You have to remember that would be kind of, you just have this great idea, you say, hey, this is my idea, would you like to make it? And we say, sure, and you collect a check, and you don't have to do too much. It's important to us to pay a royalty, because we think it's really important for the maker to have motivation to support it, and it's also important to give that recognition, and have, hopefully, you develop a kit, and you make a little bit of money, and you can develop another kit for us. So it's really important to us that the maker makes money.
Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Do you get many submissions that... Oh, sorry, I'm muted. What about the two sides? Do you get many submissions that are terrible and you have to say bad idea? And do you get many cases where people have stuff
¿Qué
that
pasa
should be
cuando el
submitted,
proyecto
but
no
they
sirve?
say, I think it's a bad idea, and they're wrong. So both sides of misjudging your own work.
More commonly than not, I have people that will contact me and say, I have this great idea. It's amazing. And again, more often than not, I agree with them. The problem is, it usually already exists, and we might already be selling it. That's very common. It's amazing. I just had a conversation earlier today with someone who had a kit, and we have the exact same one in the maker shed as we speak. As far as a bad kit, there are some, but I can't say that they're necessarily bad. They might not be good from a commerce standpoint. There might not be a good way to monetize the idea. But truly bad kits or bad ideas, I would have to say that it's very, very minimal. What's more common is I see great ideas that are poorly executed, where it's a maker who has just this amazing kit, and you go, okay, wow, that is great. It could sell for about $20, and you say, could you send me more information? And you find out that the way they're doing it costs, $50, and the execution just isn't right from an e-commerce standpoint. So, one of the great things about my job is day in and day out, I get to help makers, whether we sell their kits or not. I help people develop their kits and do it in a way where they can be successful.
That's great. So with that, let's thank Zach. And in transitioning from him, sorry, I said Zach, I meant Mark, of course. Let me note that very serious offer that they have a platform to sell kits, to produce documentations, articles, story, that whole package, and they're always looking for new projects. So this isn't a story about somebody else. This really is an opportunity to sell the things you're inventing. So with that, thank you. And then in person, we'll hand off to Zach now for Inventable. Same, don't switch the beamer, same cable. Don't switch it, it should be the same.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
So, thank you for inviting me to come to Lima. My name is Zach Kaplan. I'm the founder and CEO of Inventables, and we are the Innovators Hardware Store.
Somos la ferretería
So,
de
Inventables was really started in this picture. I was about 4 years old, and that's my father and my little brother Jordan. And when I was a young kid, my parents used to buy us all sorts of construction toys, whether they were Legos or, in this case, Tinker Toys. And I would spend hours and hours and hours building things, like building cars, imagining that I was an engineer. And I developed a bit of a frustration and a love for Legos, because on the one hand, these bricks would help me build a skyscraper like the Sears Tower, but on the other hand, when I would show my mom or my friends, they would be like, nice job, that looks like Legos. And so I was a bit frustrated because I wanted the designs and the products that I was making as a child to look real, like the products that we saw in the store. And so when I graduated from college, I started Inventables to find the Legos that real engineers use and real designers use in big companies. And so what happened is, for many years, Inventables was started in 2002, and we would do research for the largest manufacturers in the world, companies like Coca-Cola, Black & Decker, Procter & Gamble, on what are these new materials that they can use in their products. And what started happening over time is the machines that were used to manufacture all the products started becoming less expensive. You've been hearing about this all morning. Some of the most important ones over the last 20 years, if you look at what the least expensive laser cutter or mill was in 1991, they were in the range of about $25,000. And the most expensive ones were over $250,000, sometimes even over $1 million. And so if you look this year at some of the least expensive machines, the software to do the designs is now free.
diseños ahora es gratis.
entry-level packages are all
Digamos
free.
que todo el paquete es gratis.
Jonathan Ward, who's here this week,
Ward
has
estuvo
developed a
aquí en la
CNC
semana.
mill where
Él desarrolló
the parts cost about $500. You
que
can make it
costó
yourself.
$500 y lo puedes hacer tú mismo.
The MakerBot guys have a CNC printer that's about $1,000.
La impresora
And
que de
there's laser cutters out there now
$1,000
that
y
you
el
can order
cortador
for about
de láser que se
$2,000.
puede pedir por
And so
$2,300.
this whole
Entonces,
community
toda
of
esta
machines
comunidad
and
de
software and
maquinarias y
parts
software y partes
is now being brought together
ahora
in things like the Fab Lab.
se juntan en
And
el Fab
I thank you,
Lab.
Neil, because
Y te
just
agradezco, Neil,
the
porque
machines alone
las
aren't
máquinas
enough,
solas
right?
no son
It's more
suficientes.
about the
Se
ideas
trata de la
and how you
idea
can
y
put them
cómo
together
puedes
into
juntar todo
personal
esto
factories and digital fabrication and local fabrication.
fábricas
And this concept
personales
of
y
the Fab
fabricación
Lab is
local.
really igniting a
Y para
revolution,
esto
I
es
think,
una revolución el
globally,
Fab Lab.
that is going to bring
A
a lot
nivel
of
global
countries
va a traer
from
a muchos países
maybe
desde
a poverty type state
desde un
into
estado de
wealth,
pobreza a
because
la
locally
riqueza, porque a
you're
nivel
going to
local
have
van a
factories
tener
on
ustedes
every corner, and
fábricas en cada
sometimes
esquina
factories in every
y
house
fábricas
where you can
en
make.
cada casa donde se pueden hacer
So
cosas.
at Inventables,
Entonces,
we
nosotros creemos
believe
en
that when the
Inventables
tools
que
become
las
easy to
herramientas
access,
se
humans are going to
hacen
create.
fáciles
And
de
all morning
acceder.
we've
Entonces
seen
la
this
gente, y
creation.
hemos visto que la gente se vuelve
And
creativa,
so
lo hemos visto
what
toda
we
la
did
mañana.
2 years
Entonces lo que hemos
ago
hecho
was
hace 2 años
moved away
entonces
from helping
es pasar
the
de
biggest companies in
ayudar
the
a las
world
compañías más grandes del
and taking
mundo
all that knowledge
y
and
tomar
expertise
toda
and materials
esa
and helping the
experiencia y
littlest
materiales
companies in the world,
y ayudar
or
a las compañías más
just
pequeñas
individuals.
y a
And so we
los
launched
individuos. Así
this
que
website.
hemos visto este
It's an
website
online hardware
que es
store for
una
desktop fabricators.
ferretería
And so,
online,
in addition to
además
some of the
de
traditional materials
tener los
like
materiales
acrylics and
tradicionales
woods
como
and other plastics,
madera, acrílicos,
we have this
plásticos,
massive
también
catalog
tenemos
of more
este
unique and
catálogo
interesting
masivo
materials
de materiales
that
interesantes
maybe aren't
que
always top of
no
mind. So,
siempre
for example,
están en nuestra
hand
mente.
moldable
Por
plastic.
ejemplo,
It's
el
plastic that I
plástico
brought here today, and you heat it up to
moldeable se
140 degrees,
calienta a
and then
140
you can make it
grados
into
y
any shape you
pueden
like.
hacer lo que ustedes quieran.
Shape memory polymers. Polymers that you can
Polímeros de
shape into
memoria
a specific
con
size,
forma
heat it, and
los
it'll
pueden
change back to the
calentar,
original shape.
lo calientan y vuelve a su
Powerless
estado
illuminating
original.
tubing, so tubes
Tuberías
that charge up with the light,
sin
and then
electricidad, que
when
se
you bring them in the
iluminan
dark,
sin
glow like
electricidad.
a light without electricity. And then also
También
things like acrylic
cosas
sheets
como
in the
las hojas
shapes
de
and sizes that
acrílico
you need for a laser cutter.
del tamaño que necesiten para su
So
cortadora de
in
láser.
everything we do at
Todo lo que
Inventables, we're
hacemos
trying
en
to make this
Inventables
process
tratamos de
of
hacer
product
ese
development and procuring
proceso
materials
y de dar
inspiring, but also very
materiales,
easy
pero
to
lo
do.
hacemos también fácil de
And so,
fabricar.
even though we have
Así que
everything on
aunque
the
tengamos
web, we've
todo
noticed
en
that
la web,
sometimes
hemos
it's hard to
notado
tell
que algunas
colors
veces es
when you're looking at a
difícil ver
screen,
los
or different
colores
screens
cuando
have different
vemos
colors.
en las
So we're working on
pantallas.
things like
Entonces hemos
sample
ideado
books that you can
una
keep in your
caja
lab, and we're going to give one
de
for free to
muestras
every
que
Fab
le
Lab that
pueden
came
dar a
today,
cualquier
so
Fab
they can
Lab que
have it on
viene
hand
y lo
and
pueden tener a
really
la
see what the
mano
different colors are like in different
para
lengths
ver
and
los
different angles.
colores. Tenemos para
And I
darlos
also
gratis.
brought some
Así que
hand
también
moldable
hemos
plastic,
traído
and so whoever asks the
plástico.
first
Así que
question when you'll
el
ask
que
will
haga la
get
primera
a
pregunta se
free
va a
bag
llevar
of
esta
hand moldable
libre
plastic.
de
So
plástico
get your questions
moldeable.
ready.
Así que tengan sus preguntas listas porque el primero que la
So
haga se
the hand
llevará.
moldable plastic was recently bought by a gentleman in
Moldeable
Canada
fue traído
who
por un
just
señor de
had a
Canadá
baby,
que acababa de
and
tener
he
un
bought this
bebé
baby gift.
y
But when he
tenía
took it
esta
home from the
puerta para bebé,
store,
pero
it
cuando
was
lo
missing a
llevó
part
a la
that lets you
casa
connect
tenía
it to the
una
wall.
parte
So
que faltaba, a
he
menos que lo
heated up some
conectes
hand
a
moldable
la
plastic,
pared.
and he made
Entonces él
the
calentó
part
este
himself.
plástico moldeable
It
y
was
lo
easier
puso
for
ahí.
him
Fue
than
más
calling
fácil
customer
que
service and
llamar
arguing with them about where's
a servicio
the
al
connector
cliente y
piece.
hacer que me traigan
And
la
so
pieza
it's
adicional
a
que
funny
faltaba. Entonces
concept,
es un
but
concepto
it's happening.
gracioso en realidad,
And
pero
so
está
to
sucediendo.
take it a step
Entonces,
further, we're starting
para
to
dar un
see now
paso
what I call
más,
student factories.
vemos lo que lo llamamos
So these two gentlemen,
fábricas de
Anthony,
estudiantes.
Sarah, and Russ
Anthony
Keenan,
y Russ
are from Chicago.
son
They
de
each went to a
Chicago.
university in
Cada
Chicago,
uno fue a la
and
Universidad de Chicago.
they're engineers.
Son ingenieros.
They love
Les
video games.
encantan los
And so they play
videogames,
video
así que
games all
juegan
throughout college.
estos juegos de
And
video
they
todo el
started playing
día.
them on the
Empezaron a
iPad and the
jugar
iPhone.
en
And
el
one of the
iPad y
frustrations
el
that they
iPhone.
had
Una de las
was
frustraciones que
on a
ellos
game
tenían
like
es
this,
que en un
there's no
juego como
joystick,
este
there's no
no
button to
hay un
press when
botón
you're
para apretar,
trying
no
to
hay un
shoot the
joystick
aliens.
cuando tratas de
So they got to
disparar.
work and started
Así que
sketching out
empezaron
how
a
can you have
dibujar
a
para ver
button
cómo podían
work with the
tener
iPad.
algo que trabaje, un botón que trabaje con el iPad. Que funcione funcione con el iPod.
They went on our website and they ordered some conductive rubber for a few dollars and some suction cup tape.
Goma
And they created
conductora y
this,
crearon
which is
esto.
a button
Es un
that affixes
botón
onto your iPad.
que se
You
pone
can
en el
take it
iPod,
off,
se
and
puede
it doesn't
sacar
leave any marks or
también y
scratches.
no lleva
The
no deja ninguna
suction cup
marca
tape
o
suctions it
arañón
down to the screen.
y se adjunta
They went
a
on
la
Kickstarter
pantalla.
and they raised
Entonces,
just over $11,000 for the project, and then went into production and
produjeron
gave them to
como
all the customers.
$11,000
So
de
this is part of what I call
Esto
the
es parte
Etsy
de lo que
economy.
llama
But these two
la
guys,
economía
they didn't
Etsy.
have
Estos
funding.
dos
All they had
señores
was
no
a
tenían
need that they
ninguna
saw,
financiación,
an idea,
tenían una idea
and a lot of energy.
y
They
mucha
were doing this
energía. Estaban
on
hicieron
nights
esto
and weekends.
durante las noches y
But
los
the
fines de
Etsy
semana,
economy,
pero la economía Etsy
it is making a whole new class
hace
of folks. The folks that
crea
Chris
un nuevo
Anderson was
tipo de
talking about,
personas,
the
como
10,000
estos
or
dos que ya
1,000 to
mencioné,
10,000 unit production run is possible.
que una producción de
Because you
10
can now
11
sell
mil
your
dólares
goods
es
on Etsy
posible
or
y
through
se pueden
Kickstarter.
vender
And so we're starting to
los
see
bienes.
people go
Así
to
que
a Fab
la
Lab
gente va a un Fab
and
Lab,
use
empieza
the
con un
laser
Fab
cutters
Lab,
to cut out their parts
usan
and then sell them. So for
cortadores láser
example,
para cortar las partes.
there's a woman who
Hay una
goes to
mujer,
the
por
Fab
ejemplo,
Lab in Rhode
que
Island,
tiene un Fab
AS220.
Lab en Rhode Island. Ahí
And
está.
she ordered some
Ella
mirror
ordenó
acrylic, and she makes jewelry.
espejo acrílico
And
y
there's
hace
all different
joyas.
words that she sells.
Y
She sells the necklaces for about
vende
$12.
los collares en
There's
$12.
another woman in Nevada
Hay
who
otra
makes
persona en Nevada
these
que
crane
hace
games out of red
estos
acrylic.
juegos que
And
son
so when I
hechos de
saw these
acrílico.
two,
Cuando
I
yo vi
thought,
estas
they're very
dos
cute
ideas,
and very
pensé que eran
niche. There's
muy
obviously a
bonitas, que
demographic of
tienen
folks
un
that like
nicho
them.
y que a
And
la
then I
gente
saw
le
this one.
gustan. Y miren esta.
This woman makes
Esta señora
bamboo
hace
clocks.
relojes
And
de
it really
bambú, es
blew
un
me
reloj.
away. It
Esto
really made me take a
realmente
step
me
back and think
sorprendió
about
y
this woman.
pensé,
She's a
esta
designer
señora
and she's an artist.
es una diseñadora y es una
And I mean, that
artista.
clock is beautiful.
Este
And if
reloj
you
es
go to
precioso.
any
Y
of
si
the
van
high-end
ustedes a
stores in
cualquier
America to look for
tienda
a
renombrada en
nice
Estados
clock,
Unidos para buscar un
you
bonito
would
reloj,
expect to see something like this.
esperarían ver algo como esto.
And she's also
Y
done
también
multi-layer
ha
ones,
hecho
where she's taken
multicapas, relojes
opaque acrylic
multicapas, tiene
and
un
bamboo in the
pedazo
back. And so
de acrílico
it's now
y
starting to
bambú en la
come
parte de
to the
atrás.
point where the
Entonces hemos
products
llegado al
made
punto que
by
los
folks in the
productos
Fab
hechos
Lab
por
and
el Fab
makers
Lab
are nicer or maybe
son
sometimes even better
bonitos
than
y
the
son
stuff that you can
mejores de
find
las cosas
at
que
Walmart
pueden
or
encontrar
Target.
en Walmart o Target.
And so, to further
Entonces,
this, Inventables is very interested in
Inventables está muy
helping
interesado
to democratize access
en
to
democratizar
materials.
el
And there's
acceso
lots
a
of
los
different ways you can
materiales.
do
Hay
it, but
muchas maneras
we're
que se
thinking
puede
about if
hacer.
you were to
Estamos
start a
pensando,
hardware store
si empezamos
in
una
2011,
ferretería en
how would you do
2011,
it?
¿cómo lo
Where is it
harías?
going? And
¿Dónde
so
va?
we've just launched,
Así
what
que
we're launching at
lo que
this
estamos
conference
lanzando en
is
esta
what we
conferencia es
call
lo que
the
le
online
llamamos
workspace. And this is a
el
free tool
online
that you as
workspace,
a
que
maker
es
or
una
an inventor or
herramienta
product
para un
designer
inventador
can add
o un inventor o un
this is
diseñador.
John Linton's,
Este es John.
to the site, and then you can also
Y
add
también pueden
projects that you're working
agregar
on as you're working
proyectos
on them.
a
And the
medida
idea
que están
is to
trabajando.
showcase your products,
La idea es
projects, and
enseñar
also
sus
get help.
productos y
And so you
obtener
can see on
ayuda.
the left side,
Entonces, en el lado izquierdo
there's a
ustedes pueden ver que hay
conversation
una
where
conversación
different people
donde
are
hay
helping him
personas que
with
están
his design,
ayudándolo
answering
con este
questions.
diseño, respondiendo
And
preguntas.
if you're on the
Y si
site, you
estás
can
en
help
el
other
site,
people.
también puedes ayudar a otras
Everybody from our
personas
company hangs
de
out
nuestra
on the site,
compañía.
so
Estamos en el
we'll
site
give any
generalmente
expertise we
y
have. You
damos
might think about it as the
proporcionamos
old
cualquier
man that used to
experiencia que
be at the
tengamos,
hardware
digamos,
store where you
el
go and ask all
señor
the
que
questions.
estaba
Now we put him online for everybody else
en
to
la
share.
ferretería
And
trabajando.
so if
Ahora lo
people
ponemos
come
en
to
línea y
the
lo ayudamos a
website
él.
and they just like
Entonces,
your idea, they can like
les
it,
gusta
and it
la
will go to
idea
their
y
Facebook
entonces
feed.
van a ir a Facebook.
So the homepage lets you
Entonces,
browse
este es el
through all sorts
homepage y podemos
of other
pasar
people's
por
projects, so you can
otros,
explore them,
ver y
you can
explorar
comment on them,
proyectos de
you can
otras
like them.
personas.
But as we move into the
Pero a
future,
medida que avanzamos en el futuro,
we think of this as just a
pensamos en
starting
esto
point,
como un punto de
and we
inicio.
intentionally didn't finish the
Intencionalmente no hemos
workspace because it's
terminado el
through feedback
workspace
from the
porque
community
queremos la
that we want to
retroalimentación
evolve
del
it
público
to how it should
para
be.
ver cómo debería ser.
And so I'll give you one more
Así que les doy
example.
un ejemplo más.
This is Ned Mocha. He's an
Este es
industrial
Ned
design
Mocha,
student
es
that just
un
graduated from the University of
diseñador
Illinois. He's very
graduado
interested
de
in
la
cameras.
Universidad
He
de
studied cameras and
Illinois, ha
he's
estudiado
an amateur photographer
cámaras,
his whole life.
es un fotógrafo
In school, he designed a new kind of
amateur,
camera. This is his
ha
rendering.
diseñado un nuevo tipo
These
de
were all the
cámara.
parts that he
Estas son las
had
partes que él
that
tenía
went into the camera. And
que
so we're going to be
entraron a la
adding features
cámara.
where you
Entonces
can tag the
puedes
different materials
agregar
that you use. You can tag them or you can tag them. So as people are shopping,
la
they can
gente
see what
medida
other
que
people
compra
have done.
puede ver lo
What
que, cómo ha
materials
hecho las
are
personas
cameras made
y
of.
cómo han
And he went on, he
fabricado
actually
esta
made
cámara.
prototype
También ha hecho un
and his
prototipo
final
y esta
piece,
es
so he
su
actually
pieza
made it.
final. Él hizo
So
la
as we
cámara.
move forward,
A
really
medida
what
que
we're trying to
avanzamos,
do
lo que estamos
is
tratando
create
de
an
hacer
R&D
es
lab on every
crear
desktop.
un lab, un
And I invite
R&D
you
lab
to join
en
me.
cada
Thanks.
computadora. Gracias.
So we've caught up for time.
Tenemos tiempo para preguntas, pero quiero hacer una pregunta de que si uno toma la marca de tono con Vegetables Merkle Sheet, ¿cómo la gente entiende la economía? ¿Cómo se relacionan y cómo te relacionas tú con ellos?
Los inventables podrían pensar ustedes en una ferretería para la cadena de abastecimiento, pero si ustedes quieren hacer uno, está bien. Si quieres hacer dos, también está bien.
Maker Shed, the way I think about it is more of an educational
lo veo como un espacio educacional donde ordenas un kit y aprendes cómo son los principios del diseño. Y Pinoco, yo creo que es una fábrica personal donde haces tu diseño, haces la fabricación y en algunas veces te ayudan a venderlo también a tu cliente. Entonces, si vas a diseñar algo en Pinoco, lo vas a ordenar de Inventables y le mandamos los materiales. ¿Preguntas?
The question was, what are the top 3 best-selling items?
Los tres primeros items de mayor venta. Los 3 items de mayor venta. Los 3 primeros.
You just won.
Acabas de ganar.
You just won hand moldable plastic.
No, eso es plástico moldeable que lo puedes calentar y se vuelve como arcilla. Y lo puedes formar de la forma que quieras. O lo puedes poner en la máquina también y que lo moldea. Y también le puedes poner pigmento y cambiar el color. El acrílico, 42 diferentes colores de acrílicos, llegamos a 60 colores. También tenemos espejos vidriados y el tercero yo creo que son los tubos que se prenden en la oscuridad y que no necesitan electricidad.
So one of the best things about
I'll repeat the question, so don't worry about the microphones.
Voy a repetir.
One of the best things about a hardware store is you can walk in and kind of walk around and fit your object together while you're trying to make it. Is there comment about that? Is there some way to sample or?
The question is, I have fond memories from my childhood of going to a hardware store.
Tengo recuerdos de mi niñez cuando yo entraba a la ferretería y que te dejaban tocar las cosas, los pernos y todo eso.
And just enjoy holding the nails. And so to talk about browsing.
So we're doing our best to take really rich pictures of all the different things, but we understand that pictures only go so far. And so we're working on a collection of sample books like the acrylic book I just showed for each of the categories, the wood book, the acrylic book, the fastener book, that you'll be able to have in your lab to be able to touch everything.
Para que ustedes puedan tener en el laboratorio,
But aside from that, if you're in Chicago, you can swing by our office and we can give you access to the inventory, or you can just order one just to test something out.
para probar.
There is another question in that direction.
¿Hay otra pregunta en esa dirección?
I wonder if it's mainly for the American market or worldwide. Does it make sense to ship acrylic from America to Spain?
So the question is about domestic versus
sobre doméstico o local versus global. 40% de nuestros clientes son internacionales, vendemos a nivel mundial. En el acrílico, por ejemplo, el dólar está tan bajo comparado con el euro, así que estamos teniendo muchas órdenes desde Europa, porque ahora somos Estados Unidos es el nuevo país de bajo costo. Hay una diferencia significativa con Alemania y Bélgica. Ayuda a venir a estos países poderosos con monedas fuertes.
So if we had access to vast amounts of scrap material, could we sell that to inventables?
So the question is, generally the question is, the starting question is, can we give you our scrap? And the question beyond that is, if we have cool stuff, how do we sort of push cool stuff through you?
Sure. So we're definitely interested in talking about that. So you can email. Every email that goes to help@inventables.com goes to me.
Con todos los emails me llegan, así que mándanos un email, sea una idea que quiere vender o algún prospecto, boceto.
So if there are no more questions, I would end this stretch with the challenge.
Entonces voy a terminar esto con el desafío.
So, we are launching the workspace here
Estamos
today.
lanzando
So
el workspace hoy día, así que solamente está abierto para Fab Lab. Si quieren una cuenta libre, pueden ir a esta dirección.
I'll activate you when I get to my computer.
Los puedo activar cuando llegue a mi computadora.
I'll give you a challenge of putting your presentation on this.
Y ahora pon tu presentación aquí. Ese es tu desafío. Y el desafío para todos ustedes, ninguna de estas plataformas se le está mencionando para que todos los labs de este lugar estén ahí. Porque la gente todavía no entiende. O sea que el homework, la tarea no es una tienda, sino una plataforma.
Okay, so with that,
entonces con ello
I'll then go over here.
Me voy para allá.
I'll introduce Aya and Alicia in New York. I'll introduce them.
So my name is Alicia Gibb, and I am the R&D Lab Director at Aplicaciones, where we make a handheld Linux platform that you can snap various modules into that have different functionalities to prototype your own device. I'm also a member at NYC Register, which is a hackerspace in Brooklyn, and I hack on various things. I did my thesis on the Arduino microcontroller in art. And the reason I got interested in the open hardware movement was because I had a strong interest in the freedom of information from my library and information sciences background. And to me, open source hardware is the freedom of information for atoms and objects.
Es para objetos.
Next, please. My name is Aya.
Soy Aya.
I'm an interactive artist.
Soy artista de interactiva, me gradué de MIT, fui estudiante de NIL, y en la clase de NIL donde supe de Open Hardware porque estamos haciendo cualquier cosa donde poníamos el proyecto y la ciencia.
I'm a fellow at Creative Commons, where I do research in open hardware, and I'm the founder of Little
Commons,
Bit,
y soy fundadora de
Little Bit, of pre-assembled circuit boards that snap together with magnets,
que son partes que se
with electronics.
Juntan con magnetos.
Next. So what is
Así que
open source
cosa
hardware?
es el hardware
Open source
abierto.
Esta ha sido
uno de los éxitos de la innovación en los negocios en el siglo XXI. Está inspirado por el software abierto, los desarrolladores, ingenieros, desarrolladores y hackers comparten el hardware, haciendo que las cosas sean mejores. Un ejemplo clave cuando se hable de hardware abierto es Arduino, pero básicamente un proyecto abierto de hardware hay que abrir la fuente y es mucho más compleja que el software. Estamos hablando de archivos esquemáticos, materiales, archivos, muchos componentes que hay que abrir como fuente para este proyecto. ¿Por qué esto difícil? El bloque de ensamblaje de open hardware es difícil de duplicar, puede ser copiado. El hardware necesita inversión, materiales, herramientas, distribución cara y fabricación. Así que tenemos que compartir los archivos que otras personas pueden replicar y reproducir nuestro trabajo. El Open Hardware es difícil porque estamos tengo décadas de sistema de patentes que es muy complicado, caro, muy metido dentro de las corporaciones, porque muchas corporaciones no pueden tener este sistema de patentes. Así que, ¿por qué es importante?
all the electronics that we touch have become black box. So we have no control over the good that we can do. Like the fab movement, we want to take creativity from the hands of the big companies and put it into the hands of individuals and innovators. We know this is working because Paola Antonelli, who is the curator of architecture and design at MoMA, says about open source that it is the basic brick to everything in the art world. The Arduino and the automation of objects are becoming really open to artists and designers themselves, and that's what the big revolution in open source. So how did all of this start? From my end, I was working on this bit with my lead project, library of page template circuits that I wanted to make available. And for the library to be useful, it had to be big. And for the library to be big, it had to be open source. And so I was working with John Woodbine, the VP of Science at Creative Commons, and he was mentoring me on thinking about what are some legal frameworks around creating hardware in an open source fashion. There are no licenses out there that were at the time useful for hardware. On one hand, there are all the licenses of Creative Commons that are governing copyright, so documentation of files to the hardware itself. And on the other hand, we have the patent system, which is very expensive and a very complex system. So there was no real legal framework. So I decided to start to open up the process a little bit and talk with peers about some of the problems that they were having with their projects. And so in March of 2010, I had a workshop called Opening Hardware Workshop at IB, where I invited a bunch of companies, and Creative Commons was there to talk about some of these issues. We, after thorough discussion and research, we decided that trying to develop a license is actually not going to be an easy or a useful at that point. We decided instead to define what open source hardware is. So instead of embarking on the legal system, we decided to take a community approach and to develop a community-driven definition of the
open hardware.
Just give us the open source hardware definition.
La definición de la fuente
the process of crafting the definition was very open. Actually, it's one slide back. Sorry.
Este es un documento
it was very open and
abierto y de mucha colaboración.
Can you go to the next one?
Por favor, el siguiente slide.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. So the definition was a wiki and discussed in mailing lists and forums and published every step of the way. So everyone helped us get the word out, and because of that, yes.
Y sabe de este y debido a esto.
Sure. Sorry. Okay.
Es muy difícil para las autoras, por favor, tienen que hablar más lento. Así que el proceso fue colaborativo.
And each step along the way was published on blogs in the internet, and everyone helped us get the word out because everyone owned part of it, and they felt that they all had a piece in it. So we put the definition up on a wiki. Everybody was able to edit it. We had different people enter different clauses and then iterate on those clauses, and at every step of the way, we would publish it, and people would give feedback on the forum, on the mailing list, and at comments. So can you go back to the one before, please, Neil? So this is version 1.0 of the open source hardware definition. It starts with a statement of principles that is basically an overview of what open source hardware is, according to how we came up with it. And there are also 12 clauses that essentially
cláusulas.
Okay, we've got Aya and Alicia back to join us.
Van a terminar sus comentarios y vamos a continuar luego con la sesión final. Aya y Alicia, por favor, tienen la palabra.
Go ahead, we're ready for this.
Okay, thanks.
Así que básicamente hay muchas historias de éxito en la fase del open hardware y queremos que todos tengan una marca para tener este software abierto. Hemos tenido una competencia de logo y de esa competencia había 129 ingresos o presentaciones y 9,000 votos. Y esto fueron 60 empresas de Open Hardware o de hardware abierto. Este movimiento es muy importante. Tenemos más información sobre la página web. Ahí pueden ver la definición, la competencia del logo, también una lista de las empresas, por ejemplo, de pequeños proyectos a empresas a escala mundial que tratan de resolver y dar soluciones a problemas, por ejemplo, grandes de terremotos. Así que vamos a tener una reunión este año, septiembre 15, en Nueva York. Así que por favor, únanse a nosotros si es que pueden, si no en persona pueden vernos pueden ponerse en el foro o en nuestra lista de correo. Muchísimas gracias. ¿Alguna pregunta al respecto con el hardware abierto? Voy a repetir las preguntas que te van a decir, por favor. Hay una pregunta. ¿Cuáles son las implicaciones del hardware abierto? La industria de IP es muy especial en su manera. Las empresas y las personas que hay que aplicar presentando sus patentes. Creo que esto no va a pasar, pero vemos cada persona que empieza a abrirse a la idea de tener algún tipo de algo que los proteja sobre los importantes, pero no la gente pequeñita. Así que esas son las personas que están adoptando, por ejemplo, licencias no comerciales y están a un paso para adoptar las licencias comerciales que va a permitir que otras personas que comercialicen sus proyectos. Por otro lado, Ohanda, que es un grupo de alianza en Europa que ha desarrollado un enfoque de marca donde uno puede incluirse en Ohanda y estar certificada como un proyecto certificado, que quiere decir que uno va a tener la autoría. Así que pensamos que las licencias de hardware abierto, eso sí, va a ganar el sistema antiguo. Esta es una gran lucha, una gran batalla que tenemos con esos. Of open source software, things like the Linux and things like the browser, re-associate on what the text on the website. What are the home runs of open hardware? Pienso que ya tenemos el home run. Así que, por ejemplo, hay empresas como Packer Instruments es un derivado de Arduino. Sabemos que hay algo que las personas toman atención y las empresas importantes que han estado muchísimos años están un poco temerosas. Así que esa ha sido una ganada, hemos ganado. Y esto ha sido adoptado Google como una plataforma de desarrollo para el Android. Entonces probablemente vamos a ver muchos proyectos que surjan usando Arduino como plataforma, los derivados, y haciéndolo un home run, o sea, como meter un gol a gran escala. Como todos los materiales y componentes que son aceptables para las personas, no hay que ser una empresa masiva para tener esos capacitadores.